to only sometimes count.
Then join us as we give our predictions for who will win each division this season.
After that, we've got all the news on what's been going on around the league, including a certain Connor McDavid getting a payday.
And finally, the regular season is starting up for the NHL tomorrow night. Which matchup should you be looking forward to?
All that and more coming up right now on Hockey Talk. Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our largest panel of co-hosts to date. Representing the New York Rangers, it's Chris DeLuca. Representing the New York Islanders, it's Evan Shomes. And finally, representing the Buffalo Sabres, it's Eric Paul Mary. Now, a lot has happened in the 2 weeks we've been off the air, and as such, the preseason has ended. The games that only count if you win have concluded. And all of our teams have had roller coasters of the first 6 games. We'll start with the New York Rangers. And Chris DeLuca, your team has to answer for their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
Listen. We all know it's preseason, right? And when it comes to preseason, I mean, we've seen in the past, like different great teams. 23-24 Rangers went 1-5 in their preseason, went on to win the President's Trophy, you know? Panthers, all the good teams are always having the worst preseasons because they're trying to rest their star players. That's always the case. It's always been the case. I know you want to know about it. Montreal always does really well in the preseason, so it's okay. I understand. You're only just now starting to get used to like Montreal kind of being relevant, but it's okay. You'll learn. Don't worry, you'll learn.
It's been a couple years since we were relevant, but the thing is, the one thing that I have to say to you is, how was that President's Trophy to no playoff speed run last year? That was quite a thing there, buddy.
Listen, I don't want to make like callbacks because I mean you saw 23-24. Everyone was referencing the 94 playoffs. Look how that turned out. But I'm just saying, 92, Rangers make a President's Trophy. They go far, not far enough. 93, Rangers completely missed the playoffs. Hire new coach in that offseason, 93-94. Look what happened. I'm not trying to say that it's going to happen again, but history does tend to repeat itself.
Fair enough. I will give you that. But we'll head over to you now, Evan, with the New York Islanders. How are we feeling on the island here?
I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. You know, we went 2-2-2, so like a pretty solid slate. Not too bad preseason. Getting the fresh skates out there. The new guys are looking good. The guys
I will say Matthew Schaefer does look pretty good. There was a couple slip-ups, but I mean he got his first couple points
and
in the preseason.
His back check was looking amazing.
Yes, I will say I have seen the highlights of that.
Yep.
That is kind of scary.
He's looking like a great player. I'm excited. Even the players that didn't end up making the roster this year, like Atchison and Yzerman, they're looking electric in their starts in their respective leagues. And I just think we have a bright future ahead of us, whether it's this season or next. I think the future is looking bright on the island.
And I was about to say, how are we feeling about the goaltending as well as Sorokin?
That I would say is probably the biggest thing going into the regular season. We got Sorokin, but that's about it right now. Varley's still injured. Our backup is Riddick, who honestly was not looking very hot in the preseason. So that's probably our biggest obstacle heading into the regular season.
Yeah, I was about to say, and Varlamov has been playing in the league for years and years and years. He's got to be, 15 years in the league at this point?
It's been a while. A while.
But nonetheless, I mean, it's an issue that a lot of teams are facing. So, I mean, you've been able to sort of deal with it over the last season, but especially if you're looking for, like, wild card berths, that's definitely going to need to be a thing that the Islanders clean up. Now we'll go to you, Eric. The Buffalo Sabres.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a pretty low bar to go from. But overall, Sabres, they went 3-2-1, so not too bad. But what really surprised me that was nice is they looked competitive in their games. You know, a lot of the time last season, you just kind of saw the Sabres skating around a skate, not really looking like they were in the game, especially if they went down 1-0. And in 4 of the 5 games, that is what happened. So they were able to stay competitive in this. And then one thing I really like that they're trying out is they're moving Tage Thompson back to right winger. And while that might seem like a little bit of a complex move, when you look at the stats, last year it just wasn't going well with him at center. The offense was starting to look a little unorganized and a lot of turnovers were happening. And Josh Norris and Tage Thompson were starting to thrive off of it with 7 points each in 4 games that they played with this new Josh Norris center, Thompson winger. And I loved it. I thought it was great. And then one other thing, Alex Lyon, he looked solid. Not amazing, not awful though. .909 save percentage, so it's at least something. The only thing I will say that obviously it comes with all sports, the injury bug, it was pretty bad for them. Kesselring week to week, which they just acquired for JJ Peterka. So Power is questionable already for the Rangers game, and UPL is also week to week. So
well, I mean, you said it yourself. I mean, solidity is sort of what the Sabres are looking for these days. They do need to be solid if they want to get into it. Now, I'll do a little bit on my very own Montreal Canadiens here. 4-2 over the preseason, but the thing is, we essentially had the equivalent of the main lineup of the Montreal Canadiens lose to the main lineup of the Toronto Marlies. Thankfully, our AHL guys in the Laval Rocket then took it to the main Maple Leafs roster, which I don't know how that happens. I don't know why that happens. Why our Habs, like with literally, I believe, the first and second line play, lose to the equivalent of the Marlies?
I think it's because the Canadians are just not that good. I really don't think. I don't.
You might be onto something.
I think
you might be onto
You
something.
might be onto something. Listen, when we get 2 callers back to back, you'll be talking. But like I said, one other thing that I wanted to say as well is, especially in those Ottawa games, they were getting awfully chippy. And people are very much putting eyes on Ivan Demidov, especially trying to like chip away at him. One being Nick Cousins, the absolute suitcase, who literally has played for, I'll list them, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Arizona Coyotes, the Montreal Canadiens, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Nashville Predators, the Florida Panthers, and the Ottawa Senators since coming into the league in 2011.
Still more cups than the Montreal Canadiens, though.
Still more finals appearances in the last 10 years. Anyways. But like I said, the Canadiens, it's looking good. There's a couple of flat spots, one being Noah Dobson, but
You're welcome.
we've got, yeah, exactly. I'm almost starting to regret it. Well, hockey fans, don't go away, because coming up after the break, we've all put together our picks for what team will win every division in the NHL. Who came in with the wildest takes? I think I know who. We'll find out when we return on Hockey Talk.
Romance.
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
Highbrow humor.
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say. No.
Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Hey, I know that guy.
Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Eric Palmieri, Evan Shomes, and Chris DeLuca. And we've all put together our picks for the teams that will win their divisions at the end of this season. Last year, it was Winnipeg that won the West, or Vegas that won the West. Winnipeg took the Central and the President's Trophy with it. The Caps took Metro, and it was Marner's former Leafy subjects winning the Atlantic. So we'll go over my picks for who is going to win who's going to win every division. I'll start in the West.
Bring the mic to your mouth.
I had the LA Kings winning the West, believe it or not, over the Edmonton Oilers and over the Vegas Golden Knights. And it's honestly more out of mutual hatred for both of those teams. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Oilers, nor is anybody of the Knights. So I really like what's going on with the Kings right now. So I think they can make a decent run for it. Now, the Central, there is no way that anybody is going to be able to argue with how dominant the Winnipeg Jets have been in the past, like 2, maybe even 3 seasons. They won the President's Trophy last year. They were very close to it the year before. So I have them taking the Central once more. Now for the Metro Division, it's the eternal conference final chokers, the Carolina Hurricanes. I mean, let's face it, you can win your division, and they probably will, because I don't foresee Washington doing the same thing that they did last year. But when it comes to the playoffs, it's a completely different story. But I believe that Carolina has it, regular season-wise, to make it and win the Metro Division. Now for the Atlantic, we have, of course, the Florida Panthers. They have unfortunately been hit by the injury bug. Alex Barkov is completely out of the season. Yeesh. That is a heavy pill to swallow for any Florida Panthers fan. And I mean, but the thing is, they've kept all the guys that they've came with last year, and that won them that second cup in a row. So they're the ones to beat, and I don't think in the Atlantic anybody else has the capability to beat them. So that's my picks. Eric, we'll go to you.
Let's do it. All right. So we are starting in the West, and it really pains me to say this, as not the biggest Jack Eichel fan in the world. But I do have Vegas winning the West because they did have a little-known deal where, this little-known guy named Mitch Marner was signed to them. All jokes aside, a 100-point player being put on a line with Jack Eichel and Mark Stone. Enough is said. I guess the salary cap just doesn't exist for the Knights, but I don't see how anybody outscores that line. Moving on to the Central, I have the Avs. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but because the goaltending is a little bit shaky sometimes. But I think they added some good defensive depth. Victor Olofsson really improved his defensive game with the Knights last season, so he could be a good third, fourth liner for them. And then you have Brent Burns coming in. He's like 40, which, not great. But no. But he's still solid. He puts up 30 points. He's got a good defensive game. He's still a solid piece for them. And then they get a full season of Mackenzie Blackwood, which adds some much-needed stability to their goaltending. So that's why I think they could pull this out. Metro, give me the Capitals. Yeah, give me the Cinderella run one more time for Ovi and the Capitals. I have no basis on this claim. They added nobody to their team, but I just have a feeling. I think it's Ovi's last season. He said we'll see. I'd like to think that might be the last. Last thing I saw was just a we'll see. I don't know if he confirmed it or not, but I want that Cinderella storybook ending. And then Atlantic,
of course, I got the Panthers. They're a well-oiled machine. They didn't make any changes. Of course, you have Barkov and Tkachuk. Barkov out for the year, Tkachuk out for a couple months. But their depth, you don't even need to say anything about it. It is just they are gelled so well together. All their pending free agents like Bennett were signed this offseason, so I think they run it back.
All right. Now we'll go over to you, Evan. What are your picks for the divisions?
All right. So for the West, we're starting strong with Vegas. I mean, this is a hot take, but I'm a Vegas fan. Since they were announced, I was a fan. I just love their jerseys, love the energy that they brought to the league in general.
Kick 'em out.
Like
I was about to say, jerseys
they-
are the be-all, end-all.
The moment they were announced, they had Fleury. I mean, they kind of screwed him over, but
That's Pittsburgh's fault on that one.
that is a good point. But they are just. I love the energy that they brought to the NHL. They totally brought a whole new fan base to like the NHL as a whole in Vegas. So I just think that they're also just a powerhouse. I think that they take the West easily. Well, maybe not easily, but they take the West. And then for the Central, I'm going the Stars. Give me the Stars. Dallas is a fun team to watch, and when they're going, they're going.
Yeah, and I am glad that the Dallas management did side with Otter in the whole conference finals debacle with Pete DeBoer. So now he's out.
Yeah.
They might have a chance.
I really think Dallas has a shot. And coming up next in the Metro, give me the New York Islanders. Things are
All right,
looking
you're gonna
up
have to
on
explain
the
your
island.
way with this one.
Listen, the Isles are known for making magic happen. When we need to, we lock in. We got the Darsh era. We're on the midst of the Darsh era.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think you've made magic since about the mid '80s.
You're just not seeing the same magic that I'm seeing. It's the magic of Long Island, the Long Island optimism, I like to call it. We're
Delusion.
We're
Wait,
no.
hold on,
We're on the
let's-
up and up.
let's call it what it is.
We're in the
Delusion.
Darsh era. We got Schaefer. He's gonna be good. And if we don't end up winning the Metro this season, next season we're winning it for sure. It's our division. That's all I'm gonna say. And then last up, in the Atlantic, obviously the Panthers. I don't know. They're the hungriest team of that division. I think the dynasty is coming. I think that the Panthers take that.
All right. Now we'll go to the surprise picks of Chris DeLuca. He has kept these successfully from me all day.
Yep. So let's actually go to our blank one real quick. So I'm going to do it a little differently than you guys. I'm going to go from Atlantic to West.
Okay.
So starting off with the Atlantic, we can take that at first one right now. I'm going to go with the Florida Panthers. You know,
Rational.
We all went Panthers. It's a good reason. You know, they're the back-to-back reigning champs. Even with the injuries, they had great depth. Even though they have Barkov out for the season and Tkachuk on IR, expected to return in December, they still got Reinhart, Bennett, Verhaeghe, even Marchand. They're all going to step up to cover them and be able to keep going until Tkachuk comes back. And then, I mean, you've seen with the Vegas. All of a sudden, Mark Stone is healthy for first game of the playoffs. We might see that with Barkov. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe. Second up, call me biased, New York Rangers. I'm
All right,
sorry.
explain.
You have to remember, this is
Explain.
the same team that won the President's Trophy 2 years ago.
And then simultaneously missed the playoffs the next season.
But that is because of the outside noise. Jacob Trouba and that whole debacle. Barkley Goodrow. Capo Caco doesn't know how to shoot a puck. Filipino can't seem to stop getting hit in the head. There are so many reasons why last season Rangers went down the way they did, and it's unfortunate to see.
It was a soap
but
opera.
you have to remember, now they got younger, faster, and grittier. They got grittier and sheery. They got younger and faster, and Laba and Berard, even though I'm pretty sure Berard's getting sent down today. Not sure. We'll see that in a little bit. And they have Michael Sullivan. Mike Sullivan, he is the coach to guide this team to the promised lands.
All right.
Now for my Central Division, you can put that up. This is going to be
The
a
Utah
crazy one.
Mammoth?
The Utah Mammoth. Now hear me out here. JJ
I'm
Peterka
listening.
is an absolute dog. He is so great in what he does. Buffalo are idiots for giving him up. They have
Can't
decent
agree.
goaltending in Vizmelka, and they also got Sergachev back there to hold down the blue line. And I'm sorry, I know we're all on the Jets and on their high horse. Hellebuck is great and all. The Stars are great, but take a look at that division. I mean, it's real. Honestly, I feel it's anyone's to take. So why not the Utah Mammoth? Now, before we go over my last one, you're gonna have to hear me out here.
All right.
You're gonna have to really hear me out here.
Okay.
Take it. The San Jose
Wow.
Sharks.
Oh, let him
The
cook.
San Jose Sharks.
All right.
Now
You have a lot of explaining to do, Chris
yes, I do.
DeLuca.
So, San Jose Sharks, you may think they were at the bottom of the league last year. Like, I believe it was top or bottom 5. It might have been last in the division. I
Last
can't
in the
remember.
Pacific.
Last in the Pacific, yes. But think about it this year. You already had a full season of Celebrini. You have a first line of Macklin Celebrini, William Eklund, Tyler Toffoli. That's a pretty good first line in my opinion, especially Macklin Celebrini centering it. Then you look at that second line, newcomer Michael Misa, who they drafted this season, along with Will Smith and Jeff Skinner. I mean, Jeff Skinner, on a Buffalo Sabre legend, he is amazing. Then you also look at the goaltender.
A little out of his prime.
A little out of his prime, but
tad.
he's still great. They got great potential in Askarov as a starting goaltender. If he now has a starting position, if you saw, remember with the Rangers, they give Igor Shesterkin the starting position. Look what happened there. He becomes a Vezina winner. Now that he has in that starting position, he can shine. And finally, the competition. Let's face it, LA's getting older. They're getting slower. Corey Perry's 40 years old. Are we really relying on him to get the Kings going? Edmonton chokes harder than Squidward. Calgary Flames are on fire, pun intended. Vancouver lost one of their many forwards. Ducks and Kraken are laughable. And Knights may have Marner, but they're getting older. So honestly, it's the Sharks. Sharks are winning it.
Okay. I'm not going to side with you on this, but we have to set it to break. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got some big stories to go over. One regarding the biggest name in the game right now. McJesus has gotten a payday. We'll have that and more when we return on Hockey Talk.
Get rid of all the questions.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Eric Palmieri, Evan Shomes, and Chris DeLuca. And some big news was delivered earlier in the afternoon about the one and only Connor McDavid getting extended 2 years, 12.5. I mean, it was going to be higher, wasn't it?
Should have been.
It should have been, but I mean, you have to think about McDavid's position here. He knows the window in Edmonton is closing, so there's no way he should take a long-term deal. 2 years max, absolutely. I fully think that he's planning for a championship.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how Edmonton has been. I mean, choking twice to the same team in the Stanley Cup Finals. You gotta imagine that McDavid's getting tired of that. McDavid is tired of this like almost losing mentality that the Oilers have.
Losing mentality, but he's definitely probably angry, probably upset, and probably what he's doing with this $12.5 million a year is the fact that maybe with this little bit of pay cut, he could get rid of Stuart Skinner and friends at the goaltender position, which lets up around like 5 goals a game in that Stanley Cup Finals. So maybe
McDavid wants the cup.
Yeah, McDavid absolutely wants that cup, and he's going to go to the Rangers when he's a free agent. But that's
now what
that's not
team
a
he
hero
goes to is still up for grabs. But in terms of teams that we know one person for, that's Zdeno Chara. Zdeno Chara is getting his number retired by the Boston Bruins, and as people from the Eastern Conference. He was a thorn in all of our sides.
And he was the Islanders' biggest fumble. After we drafted him and we traded him away for Alexei Yashin. If you don't know that name exactly, it was horrible. It did nothing. Luckily, he did come back for his last season. If I remember correctly, he didn't get much done, but I mean, he was there, and gotta love the guy, but also hate the guy. But,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And hate what he meant to, Boston. And just the Eastern Conference as well. But now we have some preseason favorites here for the Calder Trophy, won last year by the Canadiens' own Lane Hudson. And the number one favorite so far is Ivan Demidov. Montreal might have 2 Calders in a row.
No, they won't.
But they have Schaefer.
Schaefer is the clear winner.
I'm sorry.
I'm a Rangers fan. I get it. Schaefer's the clear winner. There's no way that
the storyline's too
Ivan
perfect.
Demidov, who is gonna be anything compared to the legend of Schaefer.
I will tell you one thing that happened in this preseason with Ivan Demidov. The Bell Center was singing Country Roads, the whole entire arena. Meanwhile, Ivan Demidov takes the puck, goes behind the net, defender follows him, shoots back the other way. The defender falls flat on his face. The entirety of the crowd stopped singing Country Roads, which is impossible, and they just went, oh, that is the effect that Ivan Demidov has, and that is why he is going to be probably one of the best things for Montreal in a long time.
He can skate. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. He can skate. I mean, whoop-de-doo.
Schaefer
I could go on this game and probably
defensive plays of the preseason. Yeah. Like if this wasn't the preseason, it would be the top on defense. If we had video replay, it would be the top play of the NHL season of that goal save that he had, where he went all out, hit it, was able to.
Yeah, no, Demidov ain't got nothing on him.
Just saying.
We'll see. Well, with all this NHL hockey going on right now, we can't forget the fact that Oswego State is due to start up their season soon. Their first game comes against St. John Fisher on the 18th, and we'll have all the reactions here the following Monday after that. What do we think for Oswego? Hopes up? I mean, SUNYAC champions last year.
I mean,
hopes are high for me.
Hopes are very high. I mean,
let's go Lakers.
Lakers, they had an amazing season. Entirely new roster. I think there was maybe 2 or I think it was 3 or 4 people that actually returned from the previous season, and we won it all. I'm sorry, we did win it all. Oswego State won the entire SUNYAC championship. Yeah, they got bounced by Trine, but think about it. They're all freshmen. They can only go up from here, and I don't care that Hobart's joining us. I still think we're going to be able to just demolish Hobart.
All right. Now, the next matchup we have is a cool one because we get to do something new. This is the face-off. This is where when 2 of our own teams play each other, we face off in a 2-box. Away team gets the first 30 seconds. Home team gets the last 30 seconds. Chris is going first with the Rangers, going against Eric with the Sabres. Let's get the face-off going.
All right, so, Eric, buddy, I'm so sorry, but the Sabres don't got it, all right? They're injury-ridden. I'm sorry. I don't care that the last time we met up, it was, 8-2 in favor of the Sabres?
It was 8-2.
It was 8-2. No, but I was there. I was sad about it, but it doesn't matter because we had a lot of outside noise. Now, as in no dumb stuff, to put it lightly, as JT Miller has been saying all preseason long. It is absolutely the Rangers' time, and the Sabres don't got nothing.
All right. Your rebuttal.
Injury bug. Who cares? The road to 82-0 starts now. The Sabres are going to beat the Rangers on Thursday, and that is because we're going to have Alex Lyon in net. He looked very good during preseason. It's all right. That's okay. And so you have Josh Norris. He's looked very good during preseason. He ranked number 6 in points during the preseason. You have Tom. Sorry, my bad. I just think their offensive output is going to heavily.
All right. Now, the final matchup of the night is another face-off. As soon after, the Rangers will be headed to the Bell Center to take on my very own Montreal Canadiens. So let me give you why they are going to win here. We don't even need the box for this one because Montreal has one of the most exciting offenses in the league. You have and a rock-solid blue line as well. We did a whole bunch of beefing up of that defense over the course of the offseason.
Yeah, it's the Montreal Canadiens. We're not losing, buddy.
Welcome to the Bell Center, my friend. Well, hockey fans, the regular season is here. Buckle in. because there is no turning back. It's hockey all the way till next summer. We'll have it all for you right here on Hockey Talk every other week just after